All right, so let's get started. Let's look at the stomach and its arterial blood supply. So this is the diaphragm, isn't it? And you have got the esophagus, isn't it? And that would be the fundus of the stomach. And this is the greater curvature. Now we need to delineate the lesser curvature. Now that's done now. The next thing is we need to sort out the blood supply. So we know very well that it comes from the abdominal aorta. Great. Now, with that said, the main blood supply would come from the celiac trunk. Now, I used to tell people one of the tricks to remember this is to use something I call LEX, which is the left gastric, splenic, and common hepatic. Now, with this in mind, we will see how the blood supply goes. Now, the very first thing to consider is the supply to the lesser curvature. So you have the first vessel, which is the left gastric. Now, the next vessel, we need to would go to supply the spleen, which would be somewhere here, and that would be the splenic artery, which is actually tortuous in real life. Now, part of it would go superiorly and form the short gastric arteries. The other part of it would go inferiorly to supply the path of the greater curvature, and that is called the left gastroepiploic artery. In some book, is called the left gastromental artery. Now, there's one more artery, isn't it? Which is the common hepatic, which the proper would go to supply the hepatic. It will continue as the gastroduodenal. Part of it will go to supply the pancreas. The rest of it would go that way to join its counterpart as the right gastroepiploic artery or gastroomental artery. Now, in summary, this is the blood supply of the stomach. So you've got parts of the stomach. That's the fundus over there. That's the greater curvature. That's the lesser curvature. That's the body of the stomach. And that's the antrum and pylorus. So I hope this is helpful in understanding the arterial supply of the stomach. That's just the little part of the esophagus, and that is the aorta, and this is the celiac trunk.